Billionaire Todd BOEHLY's Eldridge Investments has drawn comparisons with Berkshire Hathaway, but their focus is on media, music, real estate, technology, sports, and gaming. Some of their key businesses include DraftKings. Look at all these names: Cloud9, Rolling Stone, Epic Games, and Cirque du Soleil, just to name a few. Joining us now for an exchange exclusive from the Milken Global Conference is Eldridge co-founder and CEO Todd BOEHLY, along with our very own Brian Sullivan. Brian?
Yeah, Kelly, thanks. And again, those are just the ones that we know. There's also a SPAC today, Horizon Acquisition, picking up Vivid Seats. Today is the first day. And Todd personally and through some holding companies is a part owner of the Dodgers, got a big game today, and the Lakers, who have a big game tonight. So you kind of got your fingers in everything, Todd. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
So what are you trying to build with Eldridge? I look at all the pieces. I get them separately. What's the whole connection?
I mean, ultimately, it's a holding company which makes a diversified pool of investments. And, so we're a permanent vehicle that, is formed by myself and one partner, Hans-Jörg Wyss. And our goal is just to make good investments and keep compounding.
But I can say there's definitely, it leans entertainment, right? We talked about investments in DraftKings. The Vivid Seats deal, by the way, closing today through Horizon. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
You own the Golden Globes. Dick Clark Entertainment. You're going to redo the Golden Globes. Thank you, because it needs to be redone. You're going to modernize it. Thank goodness. What is the entertainment side of this for you? Because we're here in Beverly Hills, Todd.
Yeah, I mean, L.A. is a great town. I don't know if you've been to the new SoFi, but L.A. continues to up its game. And ultimately, we love content. And we love really good premium content. And I've taken over the role as being the interim CEO of the Hollywood Foreign Press, and they're going through a great reform process. And I'm speaking to a lot of the publicists about ways that we can better the show and better the process. And hopefully they're listening, because I feel like some of it feels like they're in glass houses. But
make it more inclusive. You're bringing it back, more inclusive. It seemed like a dated industry.
We have new membership, and we've got 21 new members that are all diverse. And yeah, it was dated, but it had really bad governance, so it couldn't change. So they had to have a crisis in order to change. And now they're responding to that crisis and going to make great change and be an organization of the future.
From an investment perspective, I've called this the everything rally, because everything is up in price. Some people don't seem that concerned. How do we know that valuations, because you're a buyer, you've been a net buyer of a lot of things, including this hotel that we're in, by the way, you're not worried about valuations being stretched?
Well, right now, we're spending a lot more time originating investments, finding things at the ground floor, and then helping them grow. So our job is to get into them early, or find something that has a unique story, and then being able to execute against it. So Vivid's a perfect example, right? We knew the ticketing business very well. We had reorganized our ticketing when we were at the Dodgers, and Vivid was a brand that we worked closely with. But we got that at what we think is a very compelling value. If you look at the other marketplaces out there, Vivid's at like a 40-50% discount to where the other marketplaces changed.
But how did somebody miss? What did you see that clearly somebody else missed something?
Yeah, but we had good alignment because the existing shareholders rolled forward. So they're not monetizing their stake. All the money that went into Vivid delevered the balance sheet. So now we have a completely unlevered balance sheet. And we created it. And by the way, the second quarter was a lot better than we expected.
Yeah.
So we bought down our purchase price over a whole turn because of how strong the recovery was in the second quarter.
So you're betting big on the consumer. Okay, let's say, so I'm out here in California, right? And by the way, I'm a Chargers fan, so I hope to get to SoFi someday. If I want to check my Golden Nugget or DraftKings or FanDuel account, I can't do it. I'm geolocated because there's no sports gambling here. Do you see a day where sports gaming, the sports book, is maybe not 50 states, but close?
I wouldn't see why it's everywhere. I mean, ultimately, it'll become a competition. And if you don't have entertainment products that people want, they're going to go to different places. But I think every state ultimately will come to the realization that, it's good for their entertainment.
When you look out at the macro economy, right? Hopefully, we're all here again together, coming out of COVID as well, though the UK is a little bit nerve-wracking right now. You are heavily your FlexJet, you've got your Vivid Seats, you've got your DraftKings, your sports teams as well. Is there anything with the economy, unemployment, COVID, interest rates, anything you see that makes you nervous about the American consumer and GDP the next 12 to 18 months?
Yeah, listen, no one's ever able to predict what's the thing that knocks everything sideways. So, there's always some type of event that occurs. You don't see anything right now on the horizon. There's a big debate whether it's going to be $1 trillion or $2 trillion or $3 trillion. How much money is coming to upgrade the country?
Yeah.
Hopefully they get that approved, And of course, that would be tremendous for the economy. So,
You're not worried about the inflationary effects of building and buying all that stuff when everything is already extremely high in price.
Yeah, listen, I think
steel, copper, wiring, whatever it is.
But a lot of this is also supply chain issues. So, I think we have to work through a bunch of stuff as we recover from the great stop, right? The whole machine, our Earth, stopped for, 18 months? Now it's got to get going again. And that's going to take, that's going to be bumpy. But I think that there's no reason that growth shouldn't be, embedded in everything because the consumer's back and wanting to spend.